What would you say if I tell you that approximately 77 years ago, a murder was committed and dead body was found right on a sidewalk, but no one knows who was the murderer? It was January 15th, 1947. A dead body was found on a Los Angeles sidewalk. Dead body was identified as Elizabeth Short, dubbed as the Black Dahlia by the press due to her affinity for sheer black clothing and the 1946 movie The Blue Dahlia. A 22-year-old aspiring actress was brutally murdered, sliced at the waist, and placed on a road in a mannequin-like pose. Now, exactly 77 years later, the case remains unsolved. Trust me, guys, I do not want to make this dark like a Netflix series, but this is actually what happened. So, this is dark. Bear with me and listen to this. When her body was found, her face was mutilated to make her look like a clown because her body was so cleanly cut that a lot of people believed that someone from the medical field could be responsible for this. But a closer look revealed the true horror of the crime scene of Black Dahlia. Now, the 22-year-old shot Black Dahlia was sliced in two at the waist and completely drained of blood. Some of her organs, such as her intestines, were missing or had been removed. Pieces of her flesh had been cut away from the thighs, and her stomach was full of feces, leading to believe that she may have been forced to eat them before she was killed. The most chilling mutations, however, was the lacerations on her face. The killer sliced her face from the corner of her mouth to the corners of her ears, creating what we call today is the Glasgow smile. This one. Now, her mother did not hear about the murder until the press called her and tells her pretended that her daughter won a beauty contest, fetched a lot of details, as many details as they could from her mother, and then revealed the truth that her daughter has been killed in the worst possible way. Now, the media was in, and once the media gets in, things get messy. Not just messy, messy is a polite word. I would say things get dirty. Media began to brand her as a sexual deviant. One police report said that she knew at least 50 men at the time of her death. It was also known as a teaser of men. FBI also got a letter and they thought that killer may have sent it, but the letter and belongings received with the letter were cleaned with gasoline, and so no fingerprints were found or traces were found by the FBI. In total, police received three letters in which not proven but the killer sent with taunting attitude with the police and authorities. At one point, police interviewed more than 150 suspects linked to the murder, but all were the dead ends. Since then, there have been more than 500 confessions, none of which led to anyone being charged. After over 70 years, the Black Dahlia murder case remains open, but in recent years, a couple of intriguing and chilling, you can say, theories have been emerged. One of those theories are the man who thinks his father killed Black Dahlia. Steve Hodder was a LAPD detective, and he was going over his dad's belongings after his death in 1999, and he found photos which look strikingly similar to Black Dahlia. To Elizabeth. Horrell began using the skills and started investigating his own deceased father. He went through newspapers, witnesses, interviews for the cases, and obtained FBI files on the Black Dahlia murder. He also had a handwriting expert to compare samples, and handwriting was strongly matched with his father. On the grislier side, the Black Dahlia crime scene photos showed that Sharp's body had been cut in a manner consistent with the hemocorporectomy. I don't know how to pronounce that, but this is basically a medical term, medical procedure that slices the body beneath the lumbar spine. Horrell's father had been a doctor who attended medical school when this procedure was being taught in 1930s. Additionally, Horrell searched father's archives at UCLA, finding a folder full of receipts for contracting work on his childhood home. In that folder, there was a receipt dated a few days before the murder of the, you can say, murder of the Black Dahlia. A large bag of concrete, the same size and brand as a concrete bag found near Elizabeth Shaw's body. By the time Horrell began his investigation, many of the police officers who were actually working on that case, they were dead. However, he carefully reconstructed the conversations these officers had about the case. Eventually, Horrell compiled all of his evidence into a 2003 bestseller book called Black Dahlia Avenger: The True Story. While fact checking the book, Steve Lopez said that the hotel was in the list of six main suspects of this murder. He was such a serious suspect that his home was bugged in 1950s, so the police could monitor his activities. One chilling exchange stuck out. 8:25 p.m. Woman screamed again. That was, I'm telling you, the audio that they got from bug in his home. Later that day, George Hoddle was overheard telling someone, realized there was nothing I could do. Put a pillow over her head, cover her with a blanket, get a taxi, expired 12:59. They thought there was something fishy. Anyway, now they may have figured it out. Killed her. He continued, supposing I did kill the Black Dahlia. They could not prove it now. They cannot talk to my secretary anymore because she is dead. Even after this shocking revelation, which seems to support that George Horrell killed Elizabeth Short and possibly also his secretary as well, the Black Dahlia case still hasn't officially closed. However, this hasn't stopped Steve Horrell from investigating his father. There are some other theories as well, like did Leslie Dillon kill Black Dahlia, and a couple of other theories as well. But at the end, no one is alive to prove these theories. These are the theories, and it is possible that the truth is still out there. All this is it. I know the video was a bit long, but if you have made it this far, congratulations to me. I did something right. This is where we part of is. We'll see you guys in the next one. Until then, peace.